Tell me what you read, and I will tell you who you are. A Slovak proverb that speaks true words for thousands of generations around the world. Books are of utter importance to many people. Writing things down and having other people read them has been an activity that has been going on since the dawn of the cavemen. Writing has gone from informing young men about facts and statistics to entertaining with humorous stories or even persuading others to change their opinions based on what they have read. These three purposes have led to the creation of thousands of books that are being generated around the world every single day. What do books mean to me? Books are the single thing I own that is all my own. My room is filled with tall bookshelves that are arranged precisely the way I want them. My books are a reflection of myself. The books I own reflect my hobbies or interests, and they describe my personality. To begin with, my books reflect my hobbies or interests that carry me out throughout each day. The main purpose of books, of course, is to read them. Reading has been a part of my life since I was a little girl. I can't remember a time when I wasn't reading or being read to. I have collected books from the time I was born to now, being 17 years old. I have had to box up many books with the notion that my shelves just can't hold all of them anymore. I have books underneath my bed in boxes, in my sister's room taking up her shelf life, and on my shelves displayed behind me. Another aspect of reading that people don't necessarily realize is the ability to getting lost in a story. One can pick up a book and instantly become that character. You can follow this story till the very end, or if the author is nice, they will continue the series, so there is no end in sight. Besides reading my books, I also learn from them. I have my school books placed above my desk where I strategically place them for the sole purpose of being accessible to me when I have lessons to do. I don't really have them arranged in a specific order like the rest of my books. However, they are in the right place for when I need them. I can just pull one off the shelf and open it to the lesson that the teacher is teaching on. Having them right in front of me on the shelf has helped me keep my thoughts focused on what is due and what isn't due. It's helped me not to be scatterbrained, to put it simply. Below my shelves, I have cabinets that are part of the bookshelf as well. Because of this additional space, I chose to put my Bible and devotional books or magazines underneath here. This implies that I do have a Christian background, which points to another one of my hobbies. I am an active member of my church, and my faith is a big part of who I am. I have my books underneath everything else because they are protected by these doors. The rest of my books are open to people taking them or being misplaced, etc. At least with my devotional books, I know where they are at all times. In addition to being a reflection of my hobbies or interests, my books also represent my personality in different forms. One part of my personality is the tendency to want to relax at the end of the day. After I come home from a long day at work, nothing makes me happier than curling up with a book on the couch. This points to my ability to calm down after a full day of running around. I am in no way calm or laid back. I am unusually outgoing and high-strung. Somehow, at the end of the day, though, I am able to let go and find a relaxing activity to engage in, such as reading. Another way my books reflect my personality is the way they are arranged. I have them arranged in such a way which describes my organizational tendencies in my life. I have the books that are part of a series on one side of the shelf, and the books that are solely by themselves on the other side of the shelf. The books that are a part of a series are arranged in accordance to how often I read them. The books I often pick up and love are descending from top to bottom. Not to say the books at the bottom aren't important. This collection is rare, and I wanted them to be accessible to me rather than to be on the top of the shelf. The different types of books I have also represent my personality too. I have mysteries, which tend to bring out a logical, fact-searching side of me. I also want to solve the mystery before it's revealed to me, which points to me being competitive as well. I have love stories, which of course tap into the fact that I like to read about happy endings, since they are never so instantaneous in real life. I also have teen comedies, which points to my ability to laugh. I love to be entertained, and nothing makes me laugh more than a carefully painted scene by one author or more. There is something to be said about an author who can get their humorous point across without physically showing you the scene they had in their own head. Another thing with reading is the readers can create their own creations of the settings in the scene, which is another aspect of reading I enjoy. Being able to create something in my head just by reading a simple paragraph is imaginative and creative. It is an active activity that most readers will tell you is extremely important in obtaining the true message of the story. Books have a fundamental meaning for the world we live in. Some people might argue books shape the way we think and feel about certain things. They have an ability to come to life which is extraordinary considering how inanimate books really are. What we read, how we read, and why we read are all basic tools used to shape who we are as people. Or perhaps who we are as people help shape the books we choose to read. There's an interesting argument for either way. For me, my books reflect my personality and interest, and also my hobbies. You can tell a lot about me just from the books I read. Just like that Slovak proverb says, "Tell me what you read, and I will tell you who you are." This meaning seems to capture the essence of reading for me, and perhaps for you too.